Today is the 22nd of March 2024, and this will be our 12th video on trigonometry, aside the Pythagoras videos we've done. Okay, and some of the possible questions, we've solved some trigonometry questions, okay, which is a lot. So if you don't understand trigonometry at this point and you are struggling with choosing the right function or using the right formula, please just go back and help yourself. Okay, watch it once at a time. Watch it and watch it, because these questions always come. Don't rush, just watch one at a time. Okay, always go for quality, not quantity, especially when you are learning something. Okay, in nursery, you learn the alphabet before they start putting two words together. They don't expect you to learn everything in one day. Okay, if you've raised children before, if you feed them a lot at once, they will vomit on you. Okay, you feed them as much as they can tolerate. Maybe you allow them, play with them, they sleep, and then when they are hungry, every child is different. Okay, some of them can tolerate a lot of food, okay, but some of them can't. Okay, but at times, in some places, you realize that, oh, somebody gets up in the morning, a 2-month-old baby, they've prepared this massive heavy moo, and they're going to feed the child with that, and their stomach becomes so bulgy, the child becomes restless. To them, the child will sleep. Okay, so in learning, okay, that is I just spoke about natural stuff. So in learning, if you cram all at a time, at a point it's like, I don't want to do this anymore. Okay, but if you learn it trip by trip, that's why it's from year 7 to year 11, you basically have 5 years. And unfortunately, some students don't have that. So they use all their time messing up in class, because all these things, you are supposed to let them drip by drip. Year 7, year 8, year 9, year 10. Okay, and then year 11, you take your Gcse. Then your favorite 3 subjects, you take it to the next level. 2 years, you do your A levels or your BTech or whatever you want, and then you move on from there. Okay, so if you are going to do your Gcse in the next few weeks, okay, for instance, if you have to do 9 or 8 or 7 subjects, okay, some schools are very good. Immediately you get to year 7, they start allowing you to do, maybe in year 9 they might let you do 1, and then year 10 they might let you do 2 or 3, so that by the time you get to year 11, you have like only 5 to do. Okay, that is some schools. Some schools too, they allow you to get to year 11 and then they give you everything to do. Okay, but assuming you've been out of education and you want to go back into education, okay, for some reason. There are people who have left education and maybe something happened and then they went back in after 3 years and now they are like they are doing something they love, okay. So if you are going back and because I assume that some of the people I'm doing this platform are in that category. In fact, most people, okay, you can just you have children or you work, you can watch one video in the morning, you can watch one video in the evening, okay. Give yourself 3 years. You don't have to do if you've been out of education, if you have the time and you don't have any children, okay, kids or children, then you can decide to do maths, English, science in 2 years or 3 years, okay, one a year. But assuming you have maths and science, okay, and it's just maths you want and you're struggling with it, then you can do it in 2 years, okay. I'm trying to let you see the bright side. It's as simple as it is, because with time you might think, oh, the time is gone, so I don't want to do it anymore. But you have the time to do it, because if you are between 20 and 30, you have the energy and you have the time, especially if you've not started a family already, okay. Sorry to go on. That's why I always have a script, okay, so that I don't go off track about these things, because I'm really passionate about this stuff. Thank you for all my subscribers, okay. If you've not subscribed already, please can you consider subscribing? I'll appreciate it. When you watch the video, share, like, and follow us as well on Twitter, on other platforms. I'll appreciate that a lot. And if the account is not yours, ask somebody to help you open an account. I didn't know what landscape is, so somebody made a comment on my page, and I was like, why didn't I even know this, okay. So whoever gave me that comment, I appreciate it a lot. And please leave nice comments. Be kind. Don't be rude. It's not nice, okay. It takes me a lot of effort to do this, so please be kind. Be kind. If you can hear, you can see, okay. And I do it a little at a time, because when I was growing up, we had blackboard and chalk, so our teacher will do part of the question. He gives us time to go through, maybe write the question out, rub it, add another one. So we didn't have that kind of learning where they print out stuff and give it to you, and then the teacher sits there and chat with you, and then you just figure out how to solve it, okay. We were taught we were taught because every stage we wrote exams. If you fail your exam, you won't go to the next class. That was the kind of education I had. So you want to pass, so you take everything seriously, okay. So please follow my no/script, okay. If For instance, this, if sine 48 equals x over 5.1. Okay, so if you hear 5.1, it's 5.1, it's 0.1. Okay, please follow my notes. Okay. It's a platform, it's a tips, it's a learning platform, but it's tips as well, because I won't go through all this if I don't want you to do well. Okay, so please, and I really mean it. If you're on my platform and you are using this platform diligently, I would like to hear that you used it and it helped you. Okay, I would really, because I want 100% pass rates. I'll not be satisfied even if 1% didn't do well. Okay, this platform is to help people and push people to go for their dreams. Please beware of scammers. Please, okay? That is why don't use anybody's account, because anyhow, if the person doesn't know you are subscribing to things like that, don't. Just open your own account, okay? And then the phone is yours. You get a notification when I upload. When you go home, you can watch one in the morning or one in the evening, depending on your schedule, or one when you are free. Okay, but guests don't watch one like 2 months ago and come back, because you might forget that. Okay, so watch it little by little, even if you watch 10 minutes, because I realized that when I go on YouTube and I click on a video and I even watch the first 15 minutes, when I come back, it is exactly where I left it, because I also follow myself. I listen to how I sound, what I've expressed, how I express it, okay, to see if there was something maybe I didn't say right, to leave in the comment section. Okay, please. Okay, today I'll start at, sorry, I've used like 12 minutes to bubble. That's sometimes you need to get right and follow the script. Okay, we are going to apply trigonometry formula. So instead of bringing a starter, I had like some questions I wanted to show you. So the starter will be a question on trig, and then we'll build on that. Okay. This is the example I have. So you have a triangle here now. You have the angle, you have the hypotenuse, you are asked to find x. So straight away, the x is opposite to the angle, okay? So you are going to think about sine. So you are going to use so, because you have the opposite. You are looking for the opposite, and you know the hypotenuse. So the sine of this angle 48, okay, will be equal to the opposite x divided by 5.1 centimeters. Okay, so in the end, x becomes centimeters. Okay, so now x will be 5.1 sine 48. Okay, sine 48 on the calculator is 0.7431 times 5.1 will be equal to 3.79. Okay, you can leave this to one. If they say leave this to 2 decimal place, you can leave this as 3.79. To 1 decimal place, 3.8. but remember your unit in centimeters. Okay, so that is our first part. The second part, look at this question properly. Okay, look at this question properly. The angle here is 48. The right angle triangle is there. Assuming I'll show you. Okay, so here again I have this same angle drawn in the other direction, okay, with the same figures. So 48, 5.1, I just found the opposite. So what I did was I redrew it for you. Okay, so this is the angle 48, 5.1. This place is 6.8, which I've been given. Okay, I found the opposite. That is the opposite here. Okay, now what does this look like? This look like if I have the angle here, okay, and assuming it's a triangle, I can use half AB sine C. We learned how to apply this thing. So half AB, A is 6.8, 5.1. Okay, and then sine C. That is a parallelogram here, and I've redrew it this way for you to see. This is also because if that is 48 degrees, that'll be 48 degrees. If that side is 6.8, that'll be 6.8. If this side is 5.1, that'll be 5.1. Okay, so it's like two right angles triangle inverted and put together. That is what this means. Okay, I've just drawn this in a way you should do, using this starter here. Okay, if you look at it, 5.1, and then we found this one here. Okay, so this is what we've done here. So 6.8, 5.1. So this parallelogram is actually two right angles put together. To find the area of this right angle triangle, I'll use this. So to find the area of the whole parallelogram will be two of these formulas together. So this is half of all this. This one will also be halves. So two halves will give me 1. So instead of using half AB sine C, you can decide to use half A is 6.8, B is 5.1, sine 48, and multiply by 2 because you have two of them. Okay, if I had a third one here, then I'll do 3 of them. Okay, but I only have 2 now. So instead of doing that, you can do this half and then double your answer, or you can straight away multiply this formula by 2 because you have 2 of them, so the half will go away. So your area will be 5.1 times 6.8 sine 48. I hope I've made it clear. Okay, so now sine 48 is 0.7431 times 5.1 times 6.8 is 34. So when you multiply, it's 25.1 centimeters squared. This is to 1 decimal place. Okay, 25 will be the nearest whole number. At times say my answer to the nearest degree of accuracy. So maybe you can put 25. By your area, the unit to be centimeters squared. Okay. So look at the question carefully. Okay. So this is a parallelogram. We've applied this formula just by redrawing the diagram. Okay, linking it to the first part of the question to solve this question. So I'm trying to scroll down for you to see. That is the diagram I was given, and this is the analysis I've made. Okay, that is why at times some of these things are for higher students, or yeah, but you can still get it. Just look at the diagram like that. Okay, if you look at it, you can use this formula to solve. Now I'm just going to solve more questions with you because the time is already gone. Because yeah, more those things I've said earlier, they are also important. Okay, because I'm sensitive to the people. I'm not only talking to students in year 11 and year 10, I'm talking to young adults as well, okay, who maybe want to go back into education and they just want a C or a B in maths. Okay, so please bear with me if I did that. Okay, you can just skip that part. Okay, and then we'll just watch the mini video, but it will help you, it will put your mind right. Okay, today we are going to look at more three questions, an application of the right function. Okay, so look at this example. We have this example here. Okay, so first of all, the first part of the question, they gave you this diagram and then they said find BC here. So straight away there is no angle, so we use Pythagoras. So 10 squared plus BC all squared will be equal to 15 all squared. We've been doing Pythagoras for some time now, so you should know it off your head. So this is what I've just said to you. So immediately you set the equation in motion. Everything now is working and getting to your answer. Okay. Now, BC now, if we take 10 squared to that side, it will be 15 squared minus 10 squared. Now, BC will be 225 minus 100. Okay, 50 squared is 225. 10 squared is 100, which will give you 125. So BC is plus or minus square root of 125. We choose the positive because it's lame. So the square root of 125 will give you 11.18. This is to 2 decimal place. 1 decimal place is 11.2 centimeters. Okay. Assuming they ask you to leave your answer as a square root, you leave your answer as plus 125 centimeters. Okay. If they say the nearest whole number, 11 centimeters, 1 decimal place. Yeah, we did decimal places, we did significant figures earlier on. Just help yourself. Okay. Now, if they say leave your answer in square root, the root of 125 can be written as 5 times 25. So this is surds now. SURDS. So root 5 times root 25. Root 25 is 5. So you can also leave your answer as 5 root 5 centimeters if they are asking you to leave your answer as square root. Okay, but if they didn't say that, you can leave it as a 1 decimal place or a whole number, assuming they get said show working and they didn't say anything. Okay, in the end, read the question to the end. Okay, look out for those instructions. Don't just go about working, because if they ask you to do that, then maybe they might give you a mark for that. Okay, you don't want to be losing marks. Now the second part of that question, okay, ABC is similar to PQR. So this first question is ABC, okay, and this second part is PQR, and they are similar. So if they're similar, it means that if this part is 10 and that part is 25, okay, then it has a ratio. Okay, you can use the ratio to find the hypotenuse. So let's go on. Okay, angle CAB equals angle PQR. So this angle here, CAB, so that angle here is equal to this angle here, PQR. No, RPQ. Okay, find PR, this one here. So if you look at these two diagrams, I'm going to just bring them together to show you. Look at it carefully. Okay, that side is 25, this length here, and this length is 10. Okay, this angle here is equal to this angle here. Okay, so what did I do? If this is 10 and that is 25, I'm going to divide 10 by 25 or 25 by 10. Okay, so since they are similar, my assumption is 25, this angle will, this length will be equal to the length of the first part that we solve, which is 10 centimeters. Okay, so if that is true, then 25 divided by 10 will be equal to 2.5. Okay, so that will be the ratio. Okay, now I've made an assumption here. If they are similar, then this length here, QR, no, yeah, QP is equivalent to this one, AB. That's why I can divide 25 by 10. Okay, so now I get a ratio of 2.5. So the angle PQR has a ratio of 2.5 to the triangle ABC. Okay, so PR will also be equivalent to AC. AC is 15 centimeters in a ratio of 2.5. Okay, now because they are similar, so 15 times 2.5 will give me 37.5 centimeters. So what I'm saying is, if this is the first one, if this should become 25, then that in a ratio of 2.5 should become 37.5 to make those two triangles similar. Okay, so here we go. So this side here, which we've been asked to find here, we multiply this 1 by 15 from the first triangle, and then we get 37.5. Okay, for it to be similar, we did something like that in the beginning. So for instance, if you have a square of 1 unit and you double it, then the ratio is times 2, and they are similar. So now we found this length PR, okay, but it didn't end there. Okay, so now this is 10 centimeters. They've given us this angle as 50. That is 90, so that will be 40. Okay, and then they've given us the 10, they've given us an angle, and then they've given us a table. So I assume this will be a non-calculator. So they've given us the angle 40, 50, sine, cosine, tangent. So here we need to find the right function. So here again we go. Okay, so looking at the first one, the first part, we realize that this side is 15. Okay, so let's go on and see what we do. So what I did was tan of 50, okay, will be equal to DE over 10. So let's go back to the diagram. So tan of a 50, okay, will be opposite over adjacent, because they've asked us to find DE here. Okay, so now we can go on the table if we are using tan. So this is the table we've been given. So that is the tan, the tangent. 50 degrees will be that. So tan of 50 will be DE opposite over adjacent, which is 10. So DE now becomes 10 tan 50. Okay, now if you look on the table, tan 50 is 11.192. So if I shift the decimal to one place, I have 11.9 centimeters. So I can leave my answer to one decimal place, or I can say 12. So my DE here, this one here, okay, will be 12 here. Or I can say that this one is 40 because this is 90. So if this is 50, that's 40. So I can use this method and say tan 40, okay, will be opposite, which is 10, divided by the adjacent. Okay, so on the table, I'm going to use tan. So 10 divided by 0.839 will give me 11.9, one decimal place. Okay. So you can look at it in so many ways. All you need to do is to find DE. So as long as DE is opposite and you know the adjacent, so you can use tan of this angle to find opposite, which is opposite divided by 10. Or the tan of this angle at D, which will become 40, will be opposite 10 centimeters divided by the adjacent, okay, which is DE, which, and then use the appropriate figures. So if you are using tan of 40, then you go by this figure here on the table. If you are using a tan of 50, you use this figure here. Whichever one you use, you should still get the right answer. Okay. In the end, if they say leave your answer to one decimal place, please do. If they say to the nearest whole number, please do. Okay. Thank you very much. Okay. For I was going to do another question, but I realized it will be too much for the day. Okay, so thank you very much for watching today's video. Okay, please share, like, okay, subscribe. I appreciate it a lot. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, take care of yourself online, and I'll see you in the next video.